It is Thursday. Of course, we can do a Friday update tomorrow on the Thursday previews for both Spirit Untamed and Conjuring. And of course, whoever executives delayed Samaritan, I think they should be fired because that's gonna completely bomb when it comes out. Because you look at the release schedule here, we have the release schedule here. They delayed Samaritan all the way to around here. Okay, that's according to the numbers are supposed to be coming around here, but whoever delayed Samaritan to that to the holidays is just completely idiotic. And some movies are not here are not on there like Dog and Joe Bell, Gunpowder Milkshake. But yep, Samaritan was supposed to release this weekend, but nope, they decided to just delay it for some reason. The movie to all the way according to Blu-ray release dates to here, which is probably like one of the worst things to have ever happened to a movie. Now it's being released against a bunch of high-level movies, and it's likely gonna flop. So, yeah, we're gonna be talking about, we talked about that. Samaritan being delayed basically to to that date. But then we have they are underestimating fetus still. Yep, again. They did it last time. They said that Quiet Place would only open to 40 to 45 million. You had the numbers model saying it was 25 to 27 million, but the movie opened with 50 million. 58 million, which nobody expected a 4-day weekend because it was Memorial Day, so it was a 4-day weekend. So here, and yeah, I don't really think that Paramount Plus is really going to impact the movie's box office at all. But Conjuring is projected to open to 15 to 20 million. And again, it is. I predict it's gonna open between 20 to 25 million, which is actually almost in line with that. Dell be or highest is 40 to 45 million because the Quiet Place Part 2 is competing. In the same genre as the Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. So and the movie is getting bad reviews, which is actually gonna look at that. Do it with again. It has good reviews, so people should not worry it's gonna be like The Nun. Okay, remember that movie. But again, the last couple of movies in the Conjuring universe have not really done too well, and they didn't really get good reviews. So yeah, maybe a 30 million opening is possible, but I don't think it's gonna beat A Quiet Place. Conjuring, it only has a 67%, so it's not as good as the first two. But then we have, of course, Spirit Untamed, which is projected, which will do 5 million according to these guys. It said 10 to 15 million. I think if it does only gross 5 million, then I must be wrong. Then I must be stupid. But again, families want to go see movies as well. Not again. A Quiet Place Part 2, Cruella and Conjuring are not for younger audiences. I think Spirit open for like 5 to 10 million, 5 to 10 million, 5 at the lowest, 10 to 15 million at the highest. I don't think it could go any more higher than 10 to 15 million, basically. And yeah, Samaritan got delayed, which whoever delayed it to December 2021 is absolutely an idiotic fool. And yeah, I can actually show you Samaritan, which has Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, Samaritan. It was supposed to release next week. Even says June 4th, 2021. But they, for some reason, said, you know what, let's just delay the movie to December for some reason. Okay. Yeah, it says they delayed the movie, you know. Oh, actually, they have no release date. They said they just put it on hold. So they really just put the movie on hold. Yep, on hold. Which is completely stupid to say. Because The movie had a release date and everything. They said, you know what? Last minute delay. Put it on hold. Yep. Yeah, they have not. It still says on Wiki. It doesn't have a release date on Wikipedia. Yeah, it doesn't have a release date. They say this the Blu-ray.com. The Blu-ray site says December, which would be a complete disaster for that movie. Why did delay in the first place? Again, some of the real decisions Hollywood makes, like for example, delaying the regular movie to a year. Yeah, Hollywood just makes real decisions, basically. Yeah, but A Quiet Place Part 2 scores Best Tuesday Opening, which is pretty good, 4.2 million. So then we have, of course, the movie Quiet Place Part 2 versus and they haven't updated that 20 movies in a while, but Quiet Place Part 2 versus the Roast movie. I think this is a more better comparison we can do instead of just listening to what the mainstream media has to say. So the second movie, we have a weekend comparison ended with 32 million. And for just using the standard weekend comparison, it will end up around 28 million. Yen to 29 million, which is still more than Cruella's first weekend, which is hilarious to say at least. But A Quiet Place Part 2 will likely end up around the current domestic box is currently gonna go behind the first movie and will probably do worse than the first movie, ending around 150 million. Which is still pretty amazing for the movie because it still only had it still had the same amount of budget. So it's not really throwing away money because the movie already broke even. Okay. But again, who knows what types of ratings it has. Unlike, Godzilla, this movie is actually gonna have competition to deal with. Okay. We have upcoming releases. Coming out. We have next week, we have Conjuring in the same here, in the same genre, Hitman's Life Bodyguard, which will be here, and then of course we have Forever Purge, and of course we have Escape Room, but again, I don't really think it will be doing that well, Green Knight, Suicide Squad, Don't Breathe 2, and yeah, that movie will be dead. The Quiet Place 2 will be dead by then, August 14th, but Into the Heights, Conjuring, Spirit. And Spirit is going to have an uphill battle, too, when Peter Rabbit comes out. Yeah, we have the second Spirit movie. And again, Rotten Tomatoes says it's not good, but nobody listens. Does anyone really listen to Rotten Tomatoes anymore? After they gave Cuties an 80% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. Rotten Tomatoes said that Cuties is a masterpiece, which I just laugh at them every single time. But yeah, we have another one by Yahoo. No other films. It goes over 3 million. The theaters needs more films. And Quiet Place and Devilment and Spirit Untamed is coming out. So the Rap Project is projected opening. Spirit Untamed is projected to open 5 to 7 million, which is slightly on the same order as the My Little Pony movie. Our film adaptation of a TV series aimed at young girls. That opened at 8.28 million. As well, A Quiet Place Part 2, 3% ahead of the original Quiet Place. Fulfill the Quiet Place will be enough to support 2 horror films at once, but between the strong word of mouth for that film and the availability of Conjuring, I think actually now I can see why it could go 16 to 20 million, because The Quiet Place is in the same amount. But again, Hollywood did release a horror movie every week in the beginning of 2020, and most of those movies are bombing as well. So yep, as a return to Spot Fear Spirit Fine. Basically, which is basically a sequel to the original movie that came out in 2005. It used 2D animation. Now this one 3D animation, which doesn't look too great. But we're gonna actually go. I actually looked it up to see the budget for the movie. What is the budget? How much money did it cost to make the movie? So budget for the movie. There's no real budget. No real budget. There's no budget for the movie. There's no real budget for Spirit Untamed. That's gonna be a problem then. They don't have a. I can see there's one on Wikipedia. Do they have one on Wikipedia? No, they do not. They do not have a budget. Conjuring, I think it's like a small budget for that movie. But yeah, The Conjuring probably will not have a budget. Yeah, it's $20 million budget then. $20 million budget, basically, for Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. So we're gonna really gonna see how well the movies actually do, because again, projections are not everything. Okay, but the Spirit movie is projected to go around $8 million, or compared to My Little Pony the movie, which, yeah. But yeah, international. They don't have a budget for Conjuring either. They don't have a budget for that movie either. They don't have a budget for Conjuring, which has only been out in the UK and made $4 million in there. But yeah, I'm gonna see if they have a budget for Peter Rabbit. But yeah, Peter Rabbit will probably do okay. Peter Rabbit 2 will probably open to like 20 million, 40 million. Yeah, I think, $50 million. But that's the first movie. That's the first movie. Yeah, I don't have a budget for Peter Rabbit. They don't really have a budget for any of these movies yet. So yeah, Minions, that was delayed to 2022. Why did they delay it to 2022? I don't know why, but yeah, that means the Boss Baby 2 will probably be the big movie. See, animated movie fans are gonna be angry at this, because we're getting sequels to movies that they despise, like Peter Rabbit 2. Peter Rabbit 2 was okay. Boss Baby was okay. It was not this worst thing ever, like most people say it was, because it was nominated for an Oscar. Like, they have to really get over it, okay? But again, the The Incredibles a masterpiece. Which Incredibles is one of the most overrated, over glorified piles of garbage I've ever seen. And yep, that's basically it about this movie. Goodbye. No, that movie video. Goodbye. So yeah, the projections are actually very similar to my projections. I think Steel could, at the lowest, will probably open to like 5 million, 3 to 7 million. At the highest, could go up to 15 million. I think that could be the highest the movie could go. And if it's Conjuring, I think it'll probably go open to like 20 to 40, 25 million. Not the 15 million like they're projecting. They also have the numbers model, which again, I think they stopped using because, every single time they tried to use it for A Quiet Place, and that failed. Okay. So we'll have to really see how the Thursday previews hold up for both movies, and really does it based off of there. So that's basically it. Goodbye.